Welcome, guys. Thank you so much, and welcome to Dr. Susan Gitau's YouTube. Today, I'm the guest host in this channel, and I want to welcome Daktari. My name first is Professor Beatrice Mburugu, and I want to welcome Dr. Susan Gitau, already who has done a lot in this country and beyond on mental health issues. So, Daktari, welcome and introduce yourself maybe to the new viewers.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Professor Beatrice Mburugu.
Yes.
You're very, very special to me, to my family as well. I thank God for the way the relationship has grown from the classroom corridors to home corridors.
Yes.
I can only say, because I'm a believer, Jehovah is Ebenezer.
Amen.
So, for the viewers that are watching me for the first time, this is Dr. Susan Gitau. I'm a counseling psychologist and a community servant, director of Susan Gitau Counseling Foundation, a non-profit making organization that takes care of the vulnerable in the community, specifically the teenage mothers and the youths that are recovering from drugs, substance abuse, and also from criminal activities. And I do one thing. If you go on Google, you will see, if you see donations, clothes donations, you will find my name there, because I believe when someone is smartly dressed, their self-esteem goes up. So I do collect clothes donations, especially for those families and individuals as a support. And currently, I have started a very successful program on raising school fees for the vulnerable students in high schools and also in universities and tertiary colleges. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. Dr. Susan Gitau, like, subscribe, and share. Yes, today you are my guest host.
Yes.
I feel humbled.
Thank you.
And I feel honored.
Yes.
What did you want me to discuss today?
Thank you. You have heard from the horse's mouth. And again, I say, if you have not subscribed, this is an episode that you cannot miss. Subscribe to Dr. Susan Gitau, and then you like and you share with others. So today, Daktari, you have been very, very good in talking about issues, about mental health issues on the teenagers. And today, I want us to tell us or to share with us about young adults. They have been faced with so many mental-related issues that we really would want you to address. What do you have for them, Daktari?
Yeah, I know you must have watched my recent
I have.
Production on mental health among teenagers.
Yes.
And I have given my own personal story.
Yeah.
And I think I can take the same angle and call it part 2.
Yes.
On mental health among young people.
Sure.
Yes. Let me tell you, as a young adult, we parents, we lecturers, we teachers, we the adults in the society, we are very good at condemning young adults, but we forget we were once young adults. So if you ask me,
yes.
Prof, when I was a young adult, let me talk about after finishing high school and going to the university.
Yes.
Things were not easy.
Sure.
You know Erickson's psychosocial development theory.
Yes.
Talks about in every stage that there are some challenges you have to negotiate. Sure. There are some tasks you have to master how to do them, or competencies that you must develop.
Yes.
And so for teenagers, they must negotiate that stage, and if they do it successfully, then they develop a self-identity. They know who they are and nobody can tell them otherwise. And should they become better persons, maybe with mentorship, with professional and development and life coaching sessions, for them to realize their career dreams, their life dreams, their family dreams. Or when it comes to young adults, and this is now the students you and I are having at the university. Sure. Professor Beatrice teaches at Chuka University. I teach at African Nazarene University, and I part-time at Africana College of Professionals in Thika. So you find that when I was a young adult, when I joined University of Nairobi, First, I did not know how to get there
Sure.
because it was my first time to go to the city of Nairobi.
City of
My
Nairobi.
first time.
Sure.
Because the farthest I had gone was Gara with my mom.
Yeah.
I think she used to go to Gara to buy materials.
Yes.
But now going to the university, I think I went
something
around
different.
Uhuru Park. So the first thing is a shock of you don't want to show people you don't know. You don't show people you are not urbanites,
Yeah.
like you don't even want to ask for directions. Catch a shock again.
Sure.
When I went to the university, I found young people dressing, hey, name it.
Yes.
Name it.
Yes.
And for me, I'd come from the slums of Kendutu, from Jambu County, and I didn't know a lot about dressing.
Yes.
And so that catch a shock. And then I used to see people in twos.
Yeah.
Yeah? Those days, not now. These days you have to ask, how do we describe you in your gender,
Yeah.
But those days it was male, female.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So you used to see them, both male and female.
Male
so there
and
was a lot of coupling at the university. And I used to wonder whether I was the old one out. And according to Eric Erickson's development stages,
Yes.
a young adult is either supposed to develop a healthy relationship with the opposite sex, or they risk to be isolated.
Sure.
On top of that developmental stage that one has to negotiate, there is your career. There is your maybe your academic demands. And so for me, I want to tell you I was a very confused student. Sure. I was a very confused young adult.
Yes.
And I also went to do a course that was never in my heart at the time.
Sure.
Today I celebrate everything.
Yeah.
Because I think I am a good speaker because I did teaching.
Yeah.
But I never wanted to be a teacher.
Yes.
My desire was to become one of the best renowned lawyers in this country, because I saw a lot of injustice when I was growing up in the slums.
Yes.
So
and
I really
before, maybe Daktari, before you go to that academic journey about the career choice, maybe what would you tell a young adult in our universities today who says, maybe you said you came from the slums and there was a culture shock in the urban area, who has come from such like places in Kenya and is in these universities in urban setups and reaches there and finds out others are saying, my dress, my choice. What would you advise such a young adult?
Well, I'm laughing. Well, I never dressed in a manner that exposed myself. But I can tell you, I went to Gikomba.
Yes.
And I bought clothes. I wish I had, if I knew we were discussing this, I would have brought you my album when I was at campus.
Yes.
And you see the dressing. Well, it wasn't immodest, but it was dressing, you can tell. I never used to dress the same way.
Yeah.
The way I used to dress on campus is not the way I used to dress at home.
You are right.
Because it's like I wanted to be like... I remember there is one.
Yeah.
I had a big belt.
Yes.
Very big belt.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly speaking, I know I was slender.
Yeah.
Now I have some flesh on my body.
Sure.
But there is also something that I also used to do. I used to dress, in these shiny clothes.
Yeah.
And it's not disco time.
Yeah.
And I see the young adults.
I get it.
So if you are joining university, kindly take time. I wish I knew what I know now. I would have taken time. I asked myself, why do they dress the way they dress? I asked myself, where do they get money? Thank God I knew Gikomba.
Yeah.
So it wasn't expensive.
Yes.
And based on where I came from, I think that was very affordable for me.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I was so afraid.
Yes.
I was so afraid of hooking up with somebody when I was at campus. Because I knew where I came from was a very impoverished background. And I knew if I don't study, if I don't graduate, if I don't get a job, my life is doomed.
Sure.
And it's like my mother saw me as the only hope for the family. At the time, with 8 siblings and I being the only one who made it to campus, I didn't want to break her hopes.
Sure.
And so for the relationships, it wasn't a good thing though. I would rather you avoid getting into a relationship because you know why and the consequences not because you're just afraid like I was afraid, because I missed an opportunity maybe to date, to get to know how young men are, I think I missed that. And I wouldn't wish for any young person to miss such opportunities, because that is a global expectation for any young adult, that you either get intimate with another young person, or you risk being isolated. And I can tell you, because I will go sharing my story in stages, there are some effects that you normally see even afterwards. Because you really don't know. I would rather you mess up and rather than avoiding. That avoidance to me wasn't so kind.
Thank you, Daktari. Now back to the career. You talked about you did teaching. If I got you right,
I didn't want teaching.
You didn't want
but
teaching.
That is what I went.
So what advice or what could you tell that young adult who is really wanting to pursue a certain career? Maybe you can continue from where we left on career choice.
One thing I would like to say is that you are lucky today. You who is joining any university in Kenya today, you're lucky, because we have COOPs. And COOPs gives you also a second chance to change. If you chose a career, or you chose a course that does not meet the point that you have earned, you're given another chance to choose. For our times,
any course
you first used to finish, and then you go do your own.
It is true.
And so I thank God also that I did bachelor's in education, because immediately before I graduated, I was already employed by the TSC, Teacher Service Commission. And that is the teacher in my school who told me, Susan, because you come from a very poor background, go and do a course that also assures you
of getting an
income. So bachelor's in education was great for me at the time.
And it was also popular.
But in my heart, because I was very introverted. People see me speaking today. I was very quiet. I was very withdrawn. So I always used to imagine, for me, I create pictures. How am I going to teach? I also used to enjoy teachers in silence.
As role models.
I was a very good copycat, because I could actually copy how they are talking. And repeat the same like a parrot. So I used to see students doing the same to me. Plus, you see, I wanted to fight for people's justice, and especially the poor. So I was feeling in the inside, I'm not getting what I'm looking for. And so I would advise, if you choose a career, choose one that you're passionate about, and choose one that has a purpose. Don't look at the money to begin with, by the way, because we have so many people frustrated. They did courses where they were thinking, if I do this course, I'll have a lot of money. Nah. Today, if I have any extra money, if I am a lecturer at the university at this moment, it's not because I did bachelor's in education. It's because later on I pursued something I'm passionate about. Counseling psychology. That I learned on the way, vicarious.
And I like that. Passion, the interest, the purpose. So for the parents who really force their children or these young adults to do a certain career, you'd tell them no.
I would tell them no. Because
that's very important.
if your child takes up a career that is yours, just be assured one day they're gonna drop it. It's gonna be wastage of time, wastage of resources, and you might drive some of them into depression. And so at the end of the day, instead of you having a child you're proud of, a graduate, you have somebody you're taking to a mental health institution, or you have someone that you're taking to rehabilitation centers. Parents, don't do that. It's not about money anymore, but money will follow your passion. Money will follow your purpose. Money will follow your expertise. It will actually follow your expertise.
Powerful.
I am a living testimony.
Powerful. I think I love that. So I think the parents have hand, and they should really give their children the freedom. We have hand from the expert, and I wish we could follow. So we move on, Daktari.
So maybe if I talk about the mental health aspect now.
The mental health.
That is key. You can see right now what's happening in our learning institutions. Basic
Yeah.
and even higher
Higher
institutions of
education.
learning. If you look at what is happening in our higher institutions of learning, very many of the students are stressed, especially this period of COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine a student like me now, if I'm studying now
Yes.
from the slums of Kendutu, I don't have a laptop. I don't have a smartphone.
Imagine.
And most of the classes right now are blended.
Sure.
You're doing online and you're doing face-to-face where universities have opened up.
Yeah.
With COVID-19 pandemic
Challenges.
If you're also thinking about dating, I think we Africans are still at the same level.
Sure.
You want to look at where does this daughter of so-and-so come from?
Yes.
Where does this son of so-and-so come from?
Yeah.
And our young people at the university don't know that.
They don't.
When they meet, they are one family.
Yes.
They are one culture.
Sure.
It is us, when they come to us, that we tell them, who is that? Which tribe? Which ethnic background?
Imagine.
By the way, what is their socioeconomic status? Forgetting you, that is your money. You, that is your life.
Sure.
Instead of encourage them to build their own resources. So we also mess them up because remember, these young adults is when they're building opposite sex relationships that can lead to marriage.
Sure.
So instead of now your child being feeling free to bring you the girlfriend or the boyfriend, they do their own things out there. Or if they go to the university and they are deficient of these resources, they don't have enough money and all that, they can hook up with anyone, including the people we call now the sugar daddies.
Yes.
If it's for the girls, the sugar mummies, it's for any other job that may not be dignified, so that they can earn a living, or even peddling drugs in universities.
Sure.
Some of them, it could be things you can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Or you find a very brilliant student who cannot balance between her studies and probably her social life, and sometimes maybe financial status. Yeah. So what happens? Most of the time, they are not in class.
Sure.
They are busy earning a living. For example, our visit at Elgeyo Marakwet County, where we went doing our own research engagement, but also doing good to the community. You realized that there was this girl, Valentine Jepchumba. Those names are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a very brilliant girl.
Sure.
Who studied very hard.
Yes.
And got herself a placement to do chemical engineering at Technical University of Mombasa. And she didn't have a coin. Yeah. And where the father works, one of the bosses just decided to give us some small token that only helped her to register. And then she did the whole semester, but could not sit for exams. Yes. One of the most beautiful things that I like about government institutions, you can study until exams time.
Yeah, right.
But she didn't sit for her exams. And right now she's at home. We are going to the third week since the institutions of higher learning opened. So she's still at home, very desperate. Sure. This is a girl that needs to stay in some hostel or to rent some house. This is a girl that needs food. This is a girl that needs out of pocket, Yeah. And this is a girl who needs a laptop. If not a laptop, a smartphone. This is a girl who lives very far from where she's supposed to study, and no coin at all. Tell me, how many of these young girls are we having in universities, and you have a dream of what you want to become? You can be caught in a very desperate situation. Anybody who comes to you and is offering help, you will go. You will go. You will go. And kindly, if you can support us, because we have decided to do the little that we can for this girl, Valentine Jepchumba. We are actually raising funds for her. And you can actually send your donation on this till number 795259. And the name that is going to come is International Professional Counselor Center. It's actually a consultancy, a group of counselors that we come together to build one another. But if you do that, this is one girl we are trying to do something as counselors, just to see what we can raise for her. We are also going to put her photo so that you can see her. And if you're in Mombasa and there is a way you can be able to offer more support, especially for her accommodation and meals, kindly get in touch with me. I know Harendra Patel, if you're watching me from Mombasa, you've been a very, very good resource and partner in empowering the young people, and especially those living in vulnerable situations. So
Yes.
you don't laugh at any young adult,
Yes.
whether it's male or female. If you ever find some of the students, although I don't encourage it,
Yes.
you can find them in like University of Nairobi. Many of them used to go to Koinange Street.
Yes.
For me, I keep thanking God because I got the university chaplain at the time.
And now,
who used to
Daktari,
sponsor me.
yes, there is that pathetic story about Valentine.
Yes.
Before we go to this other one, Valentine is a girl, and like you have said, earlier on, you had talked about when they miss such and you're in an institution like that, in a university, you are likely to get involved in some behaviors just to raise funds. So to help such young adults like Valentine, I'm loving what you're sharing so that we support this girl. Now, there is this issue of sponsors and sponsees. What can you tell that young adult out there who is facing a similar challenge like Valentine?
Me, I would encourage them to go the way Valentine has done.
Yeah.
Did you see Valentine was very confident?
Very confident.
She knows the offices to go.
Yes.
The father is a police officer.
Yeah.
So she goes to the OCS, Officer Commanding Station, where the father works.
Right.
And I thank you, the OCS, Kaptagat Police Station,
Sure.
Elgeyo Marakwet, Keio South.
Yes, it is.
Because he gave his money
out of
for
his,
the girl
yeah,
to kick off.
Sure.
And he even is trying to help the father. And I appeal to you, Eunice. I appeal to you, Dr. Muthondeki. I appeal to you, Evelyn. You know, I'm talking about you, the leaders of chaplaincy, counseling, and psychosocial support department in the National Police Service.
Sure.
I would ask you to follow up on that case, such that if there is some little money on this girl's dad that can be deducted every month for her to complete her schooling, it will be great, because it's not an easy course. It is costly, but I believe when you put your little input there, we do our part.
Sure.
I believe Jeb Chumba is going to
realize her
complete.
dreams.
Very good.
I love
and she
that.
really knows what she wants. You know,
She
I was
knows.
just trying to test her, and I'm like, so passionate.
Yes,
And she's there telling me my mother is sick. My mother cannot raise funds for me.
Yeah.
I cannot even have any relative. The only relative
It's an
that
auntie.
is an aunt who is hosting her currently
Yeah.
in Iten Town,
Yes.
who can only raise a maximum of 500.
500. So
Can it even take her to Mombasa?
It cannot.
No. We need you. And if you know the right offices to go, please go. The other thing is, go to the Dean of Students office.
Sure.
And kindly, Dean of Students, you know what we do in different universities? Like in my university, African Nazarene University, and Africana College of Professionals.
Sure.
Do you know that college? You need to visit it in Thika.
Yes.
We do have like 60%
Yes.
of the students there
In that college.
are on work study.
Yeah.
So you do some work
And the
and your school
mentorship.
fees is raised, and then mentorship.
That's awesome.
And so we also allow some, like you work some hours and then you can go elsewhere, look for money and study. And the minute you have that certificate, I have very many people I can mention from Africana College of Professionals, because I founded that college. And for the reasons, for any student that can lack school fees, and I have that course there, that they can do it and realize their dreams. Because for me, I am who I am because of charity spirit.
You're right.
Visa Osho Community sponsored my high school. At the university level, it was one late Father Wari O'Connor from the Catholic Diocese of Nairobi. St. Paul's chaplaincy at the time. It is within University of Nairobi. He actually took care of my needs from first year to fourth year. Higher education loans born, you know our time. We used to get some little boom. We also used to get that loan.
I like what you are saying, Daktari. Very, very, very good experiences, and I want others to emulate you.
Yes.
The early childhood experiences, what you went through, and some people touched your heart by giving their resources to make such a great lady. By the way, I wanted you share with us. You know, you have a very big heart. How are you able to balance all these tasks? You are a mother. You are a great counseling psychologist in this country. You are a lecturer. You are having a foundation. You are in Africana College. So we want to hear this story about Dr. Susan, this big heart. And I know God will bless you. Has already blessed you for this. So kindly share with us for somebody who is out there, and even to be able to assist Chepchumba and the many other young adults that Susan has helped, who have gone through her, so that God can also bless us as a nation and even beyond.
I thank God, and I know they will not feel ashamed if I also mention them. They are doing very well.
Yeah.
Linian Gasheri is from Meru, Chuka,
That's
actually,
good. Yeah.
Igamba Ngombe.
Oh,
And
that's all.
this was another girl now who is like Jepchumba.
Yes.
That's why I'm believing in Valentine. Because Lilian Gasheri was very confident, very firm, and you know, she was so strong to an extent.
Yes.
That when President Uhuru Kenyatta was doing his campaigns around Chuka, she forced herself to go to him.
Oh, that's great.
And told him, I don't have school fees.
Level of confidence.
Oh, yes.
Very
and from
high.
there, the president sponsored, and I also supported in my way until she finished her schooling. Right now,
that's good.
Right now, she has a big office. Maybe next time I should feature her so that she can tell us where she is.
That would be good.
I have Jacob Seme, who is working for Kenyatta Trust. Okay. I have Paul Wangari, who is a renowned author right now, doing very well. I have Jane Gige. You have seen Jane for yourself.
Yes.
A great counselor she is, and the current principal Africana College. You have seen Kagondo Jr., who's doing very well. There's Rebecca Wamoene, Venus. I have many young people that I have mentored.
I now see.
And it's because I received charity.
Sure.
And it made a very big difference.
Yes.
And so for me, I'm like, if there are people in charity engagements and they are genuine, they will impact very many lives. Very many lives. If I also tell you the students I'm supporting right now at college, university, and even high schools.
Sure.
They are there.
Sure.
How I do it?
Yes.
I don't even have a regular source of funds, but I do it with people like you.
Thank you.
Who has a big heart.
Yes.
I know you have supported me, especially on our wall. You know, the IPCC Councillors wall.
Yes.
If somebody sends me 300 and I have another one 300, 500, I put this money together.
Yes.
I am able to put a child in school.
Yes.
I am able to put another family maybe to eat, or even a small business engagement.
Yes.
And especially those. I don't like forgetting where I came from.
Yes.
That I have adopted Kianjao Primary School.
Yeah.
Because the school is situated 200 meters from where our home was.
Yeah.
Our home. Where I grew up in the slum.
So the slum background really made you touch the slum
if you
children.
go to that school today,
yes.
It was the only school in the slum in Kiambu County that our CS, Professor Magoha, visited.
Wow.
To ensure that the school has enough water so the children can come back. And I remember he looked at me and said, hey, you lady, how could you do this? I said, this is my home.
Wow.
I call it my home. And there was the former member of parliament, Thika constituency. I used to follow her everywhere.
Yes.
And I would tell her, do you like me? Do you like what I do on TV? Do you like what I do for people? He said, yes, then put a perimeter wall in that school. And she did. And then the Kenya Defense Forces that I have supported for a long time since they went to Somalia. I remember also asking the Thika Engineers Brigade commandant at that time.
Yes.
I remember asking him, do you want to support me the way I support you? And he said, yes, we normally have some money for corporate social responsibility. Sure. Where do you want us to go? I told him, I want you to go to a school where I grew up. Sure. And for sure, they got in and they renovated the whole school.
Oh, that's
and so I also want to encourage people that when we give what we have, there is nothing you lose.
We lose.
For me, everywhere I have planted.
Yes.
I have received, even if it's not for me,
Yes.
for the people I support.
Oh,
when the Visa Osho community planted in me, when Father Rari O'Connor planted in me, I have supported the church.
Yes.
I have also supported other needy people like I do. So I want to encourage you kindly. The world needs compassion.
Sure.
And compassion is not empathy. Compassion is not sympathy. Compassion is seeing suffering,
yes,
noticing suffering, and doing something
about
to
it.
Remove that suffering. And there is nothing else but charity. And one of the things I want to tell you,
yes,
it's not hard to balance this.
Yes.
Since I discovered my purpose in the year 2005,
yes,
I read Purpose Driven Life book by Rick Warren.
Yes.
And when I read that book for 40 days, because I was asking God, by then I was a teacher trainer at Kilimambogo TTC, working for the government. And I was asking myself, I'm investing so much in counseling.
Yes.
That time I didn't even know whether there is anything you earn from it. I was only happy that I'm learning a skill that is helping me to help students.
Yeah.
Because
today,
I planted peer counseling clubs everywhere I went.
Yes.
But today, I earn.
Yeah.
I am a university lecturer because of counseling.
Yes.
I am a consultant in counseling because
I did counseling.
But when I was pursuing that counseling course, it wasn't anywhere in my mind that is going to be an income earning engagement.
Sure.
I did not know. All I knew is that I love to teach my students, I love to mentor them, and they are all over the world doing great also.
This is good.
And so what I would encourage people to do is to love God above everything else. I think for me, I say there is the one that I serve, and that is God.
Sure.
So if I can serve God with all that I am, with all that I have,
yes,
then I am the happiest person. So when I do charity work, I feel so nice. I will not lie to you. When I will see Jeb Chumba, back
to class,
Technical University of Mombasa.
Yes,
you will see this smile from here now.
Hey guys, that was powerful from the only Dr. Susan Gitau, a woman of God, a woman with a big heart to balance all this. So kindly remember to subscribe, to like and share our link. And also even Professor Beatrice Mburugu talk show that is below this channel. You can also check there. And we really want to thank you for this time. And from us, bye-bye with Daktari. Bye.
Thank you so much. Next time. I would like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Susan Gitau, where you will access mental health tips every week, every month, every year. Thank you.